If you are out there running a product-based business and you are doing everything yourself, and by that I mean you're making the product, you're doing your own shipping, you're your own bookkeeper, you are ordering supplies, then I feel you, I see you, I was once you. But if you are trying to grow and scale and become a national brand or a global brand, you can't do it all. You need other people on your team. Welcome to the Nopalera podcast, a place where I share the journey of building my company from the ground up, as well as the stories of others in our community. I am your host, Sandra Velasquez, founder of Nopalera, a culture-forward brand that celebrates and elevates culture. Aside from making great products, we are cultural storytellers with a mission to inspire our community to stand in their worth. In this podcast, you will hear a mix of solo and guest episodes around the entrepreneurial realities of building a company. I launched Nopalera from my Brooklyn apartment with no outside funding while working 3 jobs, raising my child in the middle of the pandemic at the age of 44. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope it inspires you to live boldly. Hola, hola, hola. Welcome to episode 6, Building a Team, aka You Can't Do It All. Thanks for hanging with me for all of these solo episodes. I really wanted to document everything that has transpired to get us to the point of where we are now. So that's why I wanted to have those solo episodes. But moving forward, I'm going to start interviewing people, and I'm super excited about that. Today is all about building a team. If you are out there running a product-based business and you are doing everything yourself, and by that I mean you're making the product, you're doing your own shipping, you're your own bookkeeper, you are ordering supplies, then I feel you, I see you, I was once you. But if you are trying to grow and scale and become a national brand or a global brand, you can't do it all. You need other people on your team. And I don't want you to get anxiety and think that you have to go out and hire a full team out of the gate or like all at once. That's not true. I certainly did not do that. I added team members to the Nopalera company as needed and as we grew, which was quickly, but still, I didn't do it all at once. So today I'm going to share with you who is on Team Nopalera, and this is real-time information, y'all, so this could change in a year. Hopefully in a year we will have other people who are on our team helping us get to the next level of growth. So here is who is on Team Nopalera. Number 1, I have an assistant/inventory supply chain manager. In an ideal world, those would be 2 people because they're pretty much 2 full-time jobs. But, we are a small company, so several of us are wearing many hats and doing, different things. So the inventory supply chain thing is really important. Someone needs to be monitoring your inventory levels, your actual goods in transit. When is it time to reorder? What are those lead times? And especially in COVID times, lead times are just outrageous. Everything is taking forever. So someone has to be on top of that. And that is it's just a full-time job. All right. And then number 2, we have our community manager. Most people would refer to this as a social media manager. We call it a community manager because we really look at our customers, our community as a community. We don't see social media as like this external thing that needs to be managed. We feel like it's a community that we're talking to, that we're engaged with. So our community manager handles everything that is social media. That involves strategizing, planning, executing. I used to do it all by myself, and it was taking all of my time. Like if you've ever had to edit a reel or, create, the same post in like different sizes for different formats, like it's very time intensive. A lot of people want to like outsource those social media, but I really look at it like, we live in the digital age. This is how we communicate with people. Some people only know us from, our Instagram account. So it's really important for us to show up there and be active and engage. And we also have an intern who works with our community manager to help create assets, and that, super grateful to have her on board this year. So that's who's handling all of that. And I work closely with, our community manager to plan things out. Everything has to be aligned in terms of like new product launches, or we're onboarding with a new retailer, all these things. So we're always in communication. All right, number 3, we have our wholesale manager. Super, super grateful to have her on our team to manage those retail partnerships, manage all the incoming inquiries, vet all of the incoming inquiries, because we don't just allow anyone to carry our product. We have to make sure that it is the right fit, that they are not too close to an existing retail partner. So that is a full-time job. Someone has to manage that and check in on accounts if they haven't reordered, and also chase, the big accounts. So that really super grateful that we have a wholesale manager. And then we have our customer support agent. Again, who is going to be fielding the emails of like, where's my order, or my product was damaged, or can I get a refund, or can I get a replacement, etc., or I have a question. Someone has to be, fielding those incoming inquiries. So we have a customer support agent who handles that. And then we have our PR team, who has been with us since the beginning. And anytime you've seen us in a magazine, or if you saw us on the Today Show or Telemundo, that was them doing their magic. So super grateful for them. And we also have to, be in constant communication with them to make sure that they're aware of any upcoming launches or anything new that we're doing, so that they know how to position their pitches to the press. And then we have our brand photographer. Any picture that you've seen on our website has been taken by our brand photographer, Amanda Lopez. And, I call her our brand photographer, but obviously she doesn't just work for us. She is her own photographer, but anything that we need for photography, we go to her. So she is our go-to for anything that has to do with the presentation of our product in a photographic sense. And then branding and copywriting. So this was one of the first investments that I made, because I knew that for the brand I wanted to build, the branding and the copywriting was going to be critical to the brand's success. So anything that we need, anything that's like a new product, anything that has to do with design, it goes to our designer, Abby Haddigan. And we work closely with Julie Kusinski, who does copywriting. So they are like the magic duo and integral to our brand. And then last but not least, and this is not really like, I guess, a team member, so to speak, but I think of them as our team because I can't live without them, is our fulfillment center. And, obviously we're not their only client, but they pick and pack and ship all of our orders. So all of our website orders and all of our wholesale orders, everything, all shipping goes through them. And in the beginning, we were doing our own shipping, just like in the beginning, I was doing a lot of it, but it was never, and this is like a personal decision. You want to think about, you're either going to rent a warehouse and hire a warehouse manager and staff and manage your own fulfillment center pretty much, or you're going to partner with a 3PL, a third-party logistics. It's really a personal choice. And I think it also depends on your product type and where you live. And I say that because I live in Brooklyn, which is in New York City, which is an island. There is no space. There is no like, let me just go get a warehouse over here kind of thing. If I lived in California, which is where I'm from, I would be able to go rent some warehouse like, east of where I lived probably, and then just drive there and, have that. But we don't have that here. There is just no real estate here. And it's just not my goal to run a shipping warehouse. That is just not what I want to do. So we partnered with a fulfillment warehouse as soon as we could, as soon as the orders were just too much for us to keep taking to our local post office, because they were like, why do you guys keep coming back every day? What is this? What is Nopalera? So it's up to you, but just really think ahead in terms of how you want to run your business. I know several big brands that do their own fulfillment, and that's a choice, and that's what they want to do. And then other brands have partnered with 3PLs from day one. Again, all of these people that are on our team did not get like hired out of the gate, right? In the beginning, I started with no money. So I was just trying to figure out how I was going to pay for packaging, right? I wasn't trying to think about hiring 7 people. So don't get overwhelmed, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview of like, here's who's on our team that makes this engine run. And it is certainly not all me. It would not be possible. Not to mention, I used to also be the manufacturer. I used to make the products myself. So there's no way that I could be literally in the kitchen and also doing all of these things, right? Like fulfillment, customer service, wholesale inquiries, pitching to the press, taking pictures. Like, no, there's just no way. And if I did try to do it all, I wouldn't be able to do it all well. And I think that's the other thing. All of this is part of your presentation of your brand. So it is important to invest for that reason as well. And so all of this is to say that I would just encourage you to think ahead as to what kind of company you're trying to build. Like, what does your company look like in a year from now? What does your company look like in 3 years from now? What are you doing when you're 50, when you're 60? Are you still doing this? So really, really think ahead, because it's really easy to just get caught up in the day-to-day, to-do lists. But you really want to create time for yourself to think. So you need CEO, founder thinking time. And that's also one of the reasons why you want to hire people and build a team, is because you need to carve out time for yourself to be able to think and lead. And you can't do that if you are, messing with the tape gun. All right, you guys, I hope this is helpful. I will catch you all in the next episode. Visit nopalera.co to pick up your favorite self-care items for yourself and your friends. Join our mailing list to be the first to hear about new product launches and exclusive promotions. And follow us on IG at nopalera.co. Stay resilient.